Hello, you weirdos. Jim here, and everyone loves a good crossover, right? And there have been so many great crossovers over the years. Some of my favorites, Gilligan's Island meets the Harlem Globetrotters, Paul McCartney versus Michael Jackson, and that incredible time when Allen Iverson crossed over Jordan in his rookie season. Oh my goodness. The truth is, though, sometimes crossovers can go bad. I'm telling you. All the kids down at the local laser tag center are still lamenting about the time when Sabrina the Teenage Witch and Boy Meets World crossed over with You Wish and Teen Angel. I mean, must-see TV that was not. What is this all about? Well, DC Comics is about to give fans a monster crossover, so let's get into it right about now.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.
And here is the breaking news. Heroes and monsters collide in the crossover event of the year. And this is a direct press release from DC Comics, which starts with DC and Legendary Comics are celebrating the first day of San Diego Comic-Con 2023 with a colossal announcement. DC will collide with Legendary's Monsterverse in Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, the cataclysmic crossover event of the year you never expected. Now, I didn't expect it. Did I need it? Did I want it? I don't know that I need it, but it's one of those things, and I kind of get torn with this stuff. It's going to be for fun, right? But at a point when you don't really have a proper Justice League book, you kind of maybe want that instead of this, but this is just a side thing to have fun, and I kind of went back and forth with it. I almost showed up here and said, oh my God, why don't you fix your regular problems instead of, but this is for fun. And this might be something that could be pretty cool in the vein of the Justice League mech or the Justice League Jurassic League stuff where they were dinosaurs and things like that. I think that this could end up being pretty cool. I also think that it's DC trying to catch up a bit, and I don't know if they need to, but with the 20th century stuff going on at Marvel, the Planet of the Apes, the Alien stuff, and the Predator. Maybe this is their way to try to get something out there like that. And it's just one of those things. When you see the headline there, when you see Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong, I think my initial reaction was, what the hell is this all about? But the more that I thought about it, we'll wait and see. I think it might be kind of fun. In partnership with Toho International, the 7-issue series launching in October, which traditionally it used to be the spookiest month of the year, so there you go, is from acclaimed writer Brian Buccellato, The Flash and Justice Detective Comics. Brian Buccellato's okay. I don't really have that many problems with Brian Buccellato. Best-selling artist Christian Duce, Batman Fortnite, Zero Point. Christian Duce's okay as well. And colorist Luis Guerrero, again, okay. What starts as a routine clash between the Justice League and the Legion of Doom takes a dangerous turn when the wall between worlds is breached, with Godzilla, Kong, and the Monsterverse emerging on DC's Earth. What ensues will be a brawl of unprecedented scale and destruction. Here are the quotes. I've had the good fortune to write most of the legendary DC superheroes before, from my time on The Flash, Detective Comics, and Injustice, said Brian Buccellato. This time I get to build something way larger than life using all the toys in 2 different sandboxes. It's such a thrill to tear open both the DC Universe and Legendary's Monsterverse for this dream project. The epic crossover begins when Clark Kent, enjoying a night off with Lois Lane, is interrupted when the entire city shudders under the weight of the monstrous Godzilla who emerges from the bay, which he usually does. I'm sure there's going to be people screaming and yelling and running. And poor Superman. Guy can't catch a break. He ends up enjoying a night off with Lois, and that the funny thing I'd love to see is Godzilla emerges from the bay, and it's Lois who's like, I gotta go get this story. Superman's like, what? Let other people take care of it. Let Jimmy take care of it. Like, he's just gonna let Godzilla go. But we'll see what happens. The only problem is when you end up having any of these versus deal, you rarely end up getting a victor. You're going to end up, I mean, I'm sitting here right now and I'm saying that how this ends will be them just sending them back to the Monsterverse. I'm not really expecting King Kong to end up dying here. And it's funny, they even showed King Kong climbing up the Daily Planet. It just looks like it's for fun. And I think that most people, hopefully listening here, we'll kind of go with the flow and say, all right, let's see what this is about. It sounds real goofy, but maybe this is a point in time that we need something a little goofy like this. So Justice League versus Godzilla versus Kong #1, again, written by Brian Buccellato with art by Christian Duce and Luis Guerrero, will be published on October 17th with a main cover by Drew Johnson and variant covers by Jim Lee and Scott Williams, Raphael Albuquerque, Francisco Matina, Dan Mora, and Alan Qua. And that's really also a thing here. You're going to want to get action figures out of it. Hey, here comes McFarlane in with those. And then also you're going to get a ton of variant covers. But as a story and as something that will be coming out, I'll end up reviewing them here, at least on YouTube. I'll have to convince my man Eric on our DC Comics podcast to cover them on the main podcast. He usually only likes to do in-continuity things, but, and it's a big but, big old but, he loves Godzilla and Kong and loves the Monsterverse, so I may be able to convince him to do this, but let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you haven't, subscribe to the video, all that stuff. And really, at this point, we're just about at San Diego Comic-Con. And so there's going to be a ton of news. I'm going to be dropping a bunch of news videos even as I speak today, because I need to catch up on things before we get even more and bigger announcements at San Diego Comic-Con. So look for more of these videos this coming week, this coming weekend, all of that. But yeah, let me know what you think of this, and I will talk to everybody later.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.